Welcome back. Coming up, we visit two very unique attractions. The first I've read up about, and the second catches us by surprise.
Well, this is the most bizarre thing I've seen so far. We're right in the centre of Poland and we're in the desert. Who knew?
And underneath the rows of trees, I will see you where the ocean meets the sky. Under your toes, the fire grows. You are ready for a different kind of life.
We're at Park Gródek in Jaworzno. Now I've almost certainly pronounced that wrong.
The history of this place is a little unusual. This, believe it or not, was a 20th century dolomite and cement quarry. It's nicknamed the Polish Maldives. It boasts turquoise waters and a unique wooden structure that hopefully we'll come across later.
Yeah. So the diver's over there.
Where?
There, look. See the pontoon there? I don't know if you can see.
Yes. I don't know if it's about 18 metres deep. Could be wrong.
A diver's beyond there. I think that's where one of the wrecks, you know, you said they've sunken some things.
No, they haven't sunken them. With its dramatic rock walls, it's an ideal place to walk, explore and take a picnic. The flooded quarry in the early 2000s had a reclamation project kicked off by the locals and it was co-funded by the EU.
Look at the fish. Look at the fish.
Yeah, they said you can see fish. Wow.
I don't know if that's going to come out in the camera, but they're big, aren't they? Look.
Yeah,
They look really healthy. And that's where they die from there. So they've sunk some stuff in your head up.
No, they haven't sunk it. What happened, this was a quarry and they didn't pay their bills and it got into debt, so they turned their power off on a Friday night.
Oh, to the company, you mean?
Yeah. And so it just flooded out. Yeah. And so what the divers do, they've got two excavators under there.
Made a good job of it, haven't they?
Really good. Oh, yeah, they let divers in, but you're not allowed to swim because it is in such a good condition, the water.
Oh, I see.
By 2010, the area was transformed into today's park, with footbridges, trails and a diving centre added to boost tourism.
Great place for a picnic. So it's free to come in, you just got to pay the car parking, which was 15 zlotys.
This revitalisation turned an industrial scar into a vibrant, family-friendly nature park that's now a regional gem.
Jane's worst nightmare.
Well, treading on them is my worst nightmare. It was such a lovely walk around the quarry.
It's all easy walking though,
yeah, isn't it?
You might be able to see the divers from up here, I think. We should be opposite them. Oh wow, we're higher up here.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, around the corner we've gone too far.
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't feel we've walked that, do you?
Well, it must have been that hill we walked up.
Oh my God. Wow. And it's such a vast site that's now enjoyed by all. I wouldn't have even gone up there if it wasn't for you.
I just saw a path.
And it's time to share this unusual feature at the far end of the quarry.
Clear the water, isn't it? It's a place for where all the families come down and have a picnic. Unless you've got an ice cream store there. So there's a boardwalk there, you can walk out and around and paddle your feet. Looks like people are walking on water, but you can probably just see the boardwalk underneath.
And of course, as always, I have to give it a go. Oh, there's fish everywhere. That's crazy. What a brilliant thing. Love it. Well, lucky for me, they're only little fish, because if they weren't, I'd be out of here. I can't handle fish. We went on very similar in Ireland, and it was really good, but we didn't go this far under. But you can see how clear the water is, I hope. Oh, all these little guys. Oh, so many of them. They're sort of walking with you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And somehow I managed to press slow motion on my phone right at the wrong time. It's sort of a bit of a Barry White moment for those of you who remember him. Okay, that's just so wrong.
Oh no.
So
It's
what?
salted caramel,
Nice.
and I think that's a vanilla.
Very nice.
I really like salted caramel.
It is actually, yeah. You can't beat whoever put salt with
It's quite
something
creamy,
sweet.
that is.
Yeah,
The
it
one
is.
the other day was, I think you're right, it was like
Yeah, it was a sorbet.
it was really nice because it was hot.
Yeah, it
A
was
hot
nice.
day, but it was a really
but it
cold.
was more of a sorbet, yeah.
That was 14, so that's
£3.6.
£3.50.
Oh, that's not bad. That's what you'd pay. And you had 2 scoops.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah, it was-
Mr. 2 scoops. Oh, lovely area. Nice to see all the families here, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. They've got all the tools on cables, so if you've got a puncture or whatever, you've got all the tools to sort yourself out. There's a pump on the one side. You put your bike on there and repair it.
Are they postcards? I
Maybe
couldn't
you can have
find.
like a love one or art one, so more like a,
I couldn't find out what a
yeah.
Magnus.
Yeah, it's a vending machine for here. You know, like fridge magnets, I think. I think they're fridge magnets, aren't they? They're fridge magnets, that's what they are.
Cool. And of course, I need my coffee fix as we head back to Harry.
She's getting a cafe latte. She likes her coffee.
She told me what thank you was.
What is it?
Din queer.
Did she speak English then?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So do you want to practice?
Din.
Din queer.
Queer.
I'm going to have to just Google that. And she was saying it to me. I had it perfect. Din queer. Din queer. Yeah, I'm sure that's it. Okay.
No.
I'll Google. You can hear it, try.
Here it is, isn't it?
Oh, it's a slow one.
It's a fast train.
What's funny? That's a good one.
That's a freight train, that is.
Well spotted.
I know my trains.
Blimey.
One hour later.
That's still going. I can see it all back there as well, look.
It's been going for about 5 minutes, though, hasn't it?
I don't know what you've got. I'm sure you can't see anything on that, on your other shot. Stu's filming it and all he's got is the car.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think you've only got the car. God, oh, it's still going. Right, they do a good train.
I don't know what I can see.
I can't wait to see when you edit that, whether you can see a train.
See a train. I think you're right.
Okay, my arms are getting tired now. Oh, here we go. There you go.
That's
Oh,
it.
That was impressive.
Is there a third train?
No, the barriers are
barriers are
going
up.
up. Yeah, we're off.
We're off. You can't see the barriers through by camera.
No, well, I can see them. I'm sure you can. So you've probably got 5 minutes of footage of a Peugeot.
And we're off. Not very fast. Okay, I think people have been a bit overcautious with rails. Come on. I didn't see any lights, did you?
Oh gosh, won't make it.
Oh, it's a big truck.
Blimey. It's like a Tonka truck. Our channel relies on your continued support, so please hit that like and subscribe button. And don't forget to drop us a comment. We answer them all individually and we love to hear from you. We're also on social media, and if you want to support us further, then we have a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description.
Time for a final stop and another unique location that actually blows us away.
I'll let Stu put up the name of this Europe's largest inland sea of sand. And yes, you heard that right.
So it's on the edge of this desert area, so it's a bit dusty. So this is most weird, this is. It's a natural desert, as we understand it, that's been unearthed by man-made disasters and issues, from what we can gather, which we'll explain a bit more in a bit. One thing that we did learn is in World War II, the German army used to come here, the Africa Corps used to come here to train before they were shipped off to Africa and to fight with Rommel against General Montgomery, I guess. Well, this is the most bizarre thing I've seen so far. We're right in the centre of Poland and we're in the desert. Who knew?
It stretches 32 square kilometres across Poland's Silesian highlands. Aptly nicknamed the Polish Sahara. But it wasn't just nature's doing. Medieval logging and the 18th century silver mining stripped the forests, lowering the water table so much that plants couldn't grow, leaving behind this epic scene.
This stunning location rightly attracts photographers and those that want to express themselves a bit more energetically. Oh, there goes another wedding couple for their photographs. As I was brought up in the circus, I thought of showing my skills that I'd learnt over many years, but I didn't want to take the spotlight off them.
It's a military zone as well, and apparently you can see tanks rolling over them. It looks like today they're having parachute training as the plane keeps circling and landing continually.
That's obviously a link back to the Second World War, I guess.
There's a nice little area of bars and eateries where you can just sit down and enjoy the scene.
So we sit back and Stu has a beer, and we just soak up the crazy scene that's in front of us.
We're just laughing because it's 7:10. We haven't eaten yet. We're tired, but this is like a night out for us. This is such a bizarre thing.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Jane's been walking on water today, and then we've found a desert in Poland. Who knew? Well, there's more photo shoots going on at the moment than you can shake a stick at. There's 1, 2, 3, 4.
the continued backdrop of the parachutists, we head back for Harry for tea.
So I'm not having much luck with flying my drone at the moment. Every time I feel as though I want to fly my drone, so it would have been a great place over the desert. Then we were reading that it's a they use it for military testing sometimes. So obviously you're not allowed to fly your drone. Never mind. So some good news with the battery situation is having been driving quite a bit today, that's actually charged the battery up and it's reset itself. It's actually, we just parked up now, it's actually at 100% SOC, state of charge, which is good, and 14.3 volts, which is the normal status when it's fully charged. So that's good, and the fuse hasn't blown. So I guess the only outstanding issue I've got in the back of my mind is that why did it blow in the first place? Maybe it's just one of those things, but I'll probably get electrically tested for my own peace of mind when we get back to the UK. So good news, we're now fully back with electrics, which is the key thing.
So tonight's tea is easy. As Jane said earlier, we're going to have 2 meals that we prepared in the last 2 days. So we've got oversubscribed on the pasta and oversubscribed on the curry. So we're just going to heat that up. It's late, it's getting on for 8 o'clock. That'll be our meal for tonight, with a bit of bread. That's my pasta, looks really good. I just put a dollop of that French cheese in, and Jane's got the old curry. Is that alright?
Nice.
With a bit of bread. I bought some bread today from this, what was it?
Just whole milk bread.
Fowl.
Sorry, seeded.
Putting that cheese in's made a difference.
Oh, good.
When you put a thin slice
Small
in.
bit.
Yeah. And bread's nice as well.
Yeah, it is nice. Yeah.
With a meal consumed, we settled down for the night with the background engines of the parachutists continuing through the night. And what a memorable day it's been, with Poland continuing to surprise us.
You are ready for a different kind of life. You're silent, bold, the wind is cold. You must return.